credit cards more comfortable to the consumers. Card holders can purchase or can spend or can invest with the help of the credit cards anywhere. Even they doesn't have money, the companies will assure the repayment to the sellers, other party, where the card holder agrees to enter into transaction. And the issue of credit cards is being monitored by, regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. Now the Reserve Bank of India prohibits issuance of unsolicited credit cards. It means the credit cards cannot be issued without the request or application or request by the card holder, by the consumer. These directions will come into effect from 1st July onwards. The Reserve Bank of India asked card companies not to issue unsolicited credit cards or upgrade an existing card without the explicit consent of the customer, failing which they will have to pay double the bill amount as penalty. It means credit card holders cannot issue new cards and enhance the credit limit without the consent of the customers. So if the credit card company issues any card or extend the loan credit card limit without the consent of customer, they will have to pay the fine, double the bill amount, as well as the consequences has to be faced as prescribed by the Reserve Bank of India. The card issuer will have to reverse the charges and pay a penalty double the billed amount. In case the cards are issued or limit extended without the consent of customer, the card issuing company has to reverse the credit as well as to pay the penalty of double the bill amount. Also, Reserve Bank has asked card issuers and third-party agents not to resort to intimidation or harassment during recovery of dues from customers. With regard to recovery of dues from customers, the Reserve Bank has asked the issuers to ensure that they and their agents adhere to the fair practice of code for lenders. It means the credit card issuing companies cannot or their collection recovery agents cannot undertake harassment, cannot undertake activities of intimidation or harassment to the customer. If any customer affected due to harassment by the card issuing company or their recovery agent, they can make a complaint to the Reserve Bank of India. Commercial banks with net worth of 100 crores or more can undertake credit card business either independently or in tie-up arrangement with other card issuing banks, NBFCs. It means any bank which is having more than 100 crores of net worth can carry on the business of issuing credit cards, either bank itself or with the tie-up arrangement with other card issuing companies. We can see many banks issued cards of MasterCard or Visa, so that the bank issuing may be different, card issuing companies may be different. The regional rural banks also can issue credit card if the net worth is more than 100 crores. But non-banking financial companies cannot carry on the activity of issuing credit cards unless they are permitted by the Reserve Bank of India. It means non-banking financial companies cannot issue credit cards either directly or with tie-up with other credit card issuing companies without the permission of Reserve Bank of India. The two things are clear. One is the credit card cannot be issued without the consent of the customer, and the credit limit cannot be enhanced without the consent of the customer, as well as the recovery should not be with the harassment to the customer. Means the issuing company, bank or the recovery agent should not cause harassment mentally, physically, socially also to the customer. So the most important aspect is the protection of credit cards being given to customers without their consent, and enhancement of limit without their consent, and protection from harassment for recovery while recovering the dues from the customers. Also, the another criteria prescribed is the any bank which is having more than 100 crores net worth can carry on the business of issuing credit card, or can directly or can have tie-up with other credit issuing companies, so that the bank can carry on the business with the help of entering into tie-up with card issuing company, just like MasterCard or Visa card, like that. So these are the latest developments. These are the latest developments, recent developments introduced by the Reserve Bank of India, which are going to be coming to effect from 1st July 2022. Means there is a gap of 2 months is there, May and June, and anything in violation, any act done by with regard to credit cards by the banks or issuing companies against the provisions of these directions, the company or the bank will have to pay the fine as double the bill amount, or reverse the debit also to the customer. These are the consequences that are going to come into effect from 1st July 2022. Before that, with regarding the issuance and operation of credit cards by the banks and other financial institutions.